Alright, Wanderers, today we are at Disney's Hollywood Studios theme park in Orlando, Florida for the opening of Star Wars Weekend. Ah, my man.
Skywalker, Han Solo, Darth Vader. These are names so familiar they roll off your tongue. And unless you've been on another planet for a few decades, you know that they're the heroes and villains of George Lucas's iconic space opera, Star Wars, a 1977 science fiction film that absolutely no one had faith in. Lucas thought would not only fail, but most likely end his career, that became a blockbuster hit, a legend, and an American icon anyway. This simple retelling of the once-and-future king, retold in the fashion of a combination of the old westerns and Saturday matinee serials, and filled with monsters, creatures, aliens, spaceships, ray guns, and epic duels fought with laser swords called lightsabers, not only blew away audiences when it was released in May 1977, but spawned a following that would not only never diminish, but that would actually grow with time. The film itself has spawned 6 sequels. 4 of them are actually prequels, 2 made-for-television films, a popular animated series, a handful of Saturday morning cartoon shows, and a Christmas special no one ever talks about that George Lucas allegedly wishes would go away forever. The film has been released many times at the theater, has been revamped with the addition of CGI effects that weren't possible when the originals were made, and has been available for home viewing in VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, and even Super 8mm film versions, and continues to be the original source material for a never-ending flood tide of best-selling novels. So, what has all this to do with Disney? Well, it was big news in 2012 when Disney, following in the wake of the $4 billion acquisition of Marvel Comics in 2009, shelled out another $4 billion for Lucasfilm, making them the owners of Star Wars. But the Disney-Lucas connection goes back a lot further than that. Star Wars became associated with Disney in 1987 when then CEO and Disney president Michael Eisner, who had known Lucas from his days at Paramount, made a deal that allowed Disney to develop both Star Wars and Indiana Jones attractions in Disney theme parks. The first of them, Star Tours, opened in Tomorrowland at Disneyland in California in January 1987. Its clone took shape 2 years later at Disney MGM Studios in December 1989. But Star Wars Weekends at Hollywood Studios wasn't about Star Tours. The event didn't even begin until 1997, and it actually had nothing to do with the ride at all. The event coincided with the theatrical releases of the CGI-enhanced versions of Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, which were all shown in theaters to enthusiastic audiences beginning in February 1997. The success of the first Star Wars prequel, The Phantom Menace, brought the event back in 2000 and 2001. It was dark in 2002 despite the release of the second prequel, Attack of the Clones, but it returned to Star Wars-hungry crowds in 2003. It's been a much-anticipated annual event ever since, held every May and June. Since this is a total celebration of all things Star Wars, what should we do first?
Yep, you can stand in line and have your picture taken with Star Wars lookalikes. Like in this little stand we have Luke Skywalker.
And not far away is his adversary, Darth Vader.
Now it's a parade down Hollywood Boulevard.
A very special Star Wars Celebrity Motorcade, featuring some of Star Wars' greatest superstars.
The parade is a great place to get steeped in Star Wars. There's tons of stormtroopers, clone warriors, Ewoks, Tusken Raiders, and all sorts of Imperials, creatures, and rebels alike. There's also celebs like John Ratzenberger here. Now everybody remembers him as Cliffy the Postman from Cheers, but did you know he was actually in The Empire Strikes Back too? Yep, the parade is really cool. Once it's over, make sure your favorite credit card is valid.
Oh, and look, it's Darth Maul.
From the very beginning, Star Wars has been a merchandising dream come true. It'd be hard to find anyone who doesn't own some kind of Star Wars merchandise, be it a keychain, t-shirt, DVD, or coffee mug. 20th Century Fox had so little faith in Star Wars that it granted all the merchandising rights to George Lucas without question.
And here we have it, Darth Maul's Mall. All the Star Wars junk you could possibly want to buy in the entire galaxy. And of course, t-shirts by the hundreds. Including this t-shirt design, which, when used with a phone app, will actually become animated.
It's an application where you point it at the image and that's what happens.
And it actually animates your shirt. Look at that, wow. Unbelievable.
And there's, actually when you leave Darth Maul, there's another one out there that they can show you.
Okay, great. Hey, thank you.
You're welcome.
Baby. I almost want one of those. Yeah.
Try to find something printed because David is all that.
How to draw Darth Vader.
Shadow Trooper Bank, limited release.
Wait. I'm sorry, Luke. I am your father. And then a whole wealth of Yoda backpacks, including this one who looks totally demented. When 900 years old you get, look as good you will not. And here we go, all the plushies you could possibly want. Here we have Wookiee. Okay, so always never to be alone. Look at this. I've got a pal on my back. Yeah. Want to go get some lunch? Yeah, I want some too, but this time I don't want anything quite so chewy.
I'd like to point out that he shot first.
It's got that cold, lining. Keep your lunch cold.
For those special occasions when you want your lunchbox to talk back to you. Wow.
Now you can truly fight with your food.
Okay, here we have the Yoda light. Okay. And let's see, we got R2. R2 kind of makes sense. Oh, and the Wookiee. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the Lord of Evil himself. See, it's almost like he got zapped with his lightsaber. And if you discover that you're actually a Jedi Knight, we have a wealth of lightsabers for you. Build your own lightsaber?
Yes,
Yeah.
lightsaber.
All right. Yeah. All right, trust. So, would someone like to make a deal with me? And of course, if you can't live without your Star Wars fix, there's always fan wrap for the side of your car. You can have your own Star Wars stuffed bantha. Wow. Or, for those nights when you're all alone, how about a Darth Vader pillow? Hug that one real tight when you're going to bed. Yep.
Back outside, Hollywood Studios is crawling with Wookiees, Jawas, and every imaginable Star Wars creature.
Like I said, that is one big dude.
Okay.
John, what do you want?
Yes, I was just with Jama.
Here, bitch. Really stay
Now we have the centerpiece of Star Wars weekends, Star Tours. Right, it's like walking through an Ewok village. Yeah. He is a Star Wars speeder. This is what we'll be riding along in our next adventure. And look, it's R2-D2 at the top.
What do you mean you are doing all the work? You ungrateful little twit. I've just about had enough of you.
Oh boy, look at this. Someone packed a lot of hair dryers. What belongs to a Wookiee? Yeah, a Wookiee has a lot of hair. Remember, at Star Tours, safety is always number one.
It's about time. Find your motivators now. Just make it quick.
So there's no time to lose. Off with you. Go on. Two droids. What? Oh, now this is not
Please pay attention to the following safety information. When the automatic doors open, please proceed directly across the ramp into the cabin. Continue to move all the way across your aisle, filling in every available seat. Galactic regulations require that all carry-on items be safely stowed beneath your seats. To fasten your restraint, use the yellow strap to pull the belt out from the right side of the seat and snap the belt into the buckle on your left. For your safety, remain seated throughout your flight with your restraints securely fastened. Please watch your children.
Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con el cinturón de seguridad ajustado. Cuiden a los pequeñitos.
Do not put on your flight glasses until instructed to do so by a crew member. One final reminder, smoking and photography are never permitted on any Star Tours flight. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask a Star Tours agent. You'll be boarding in just a few moments. Thank you.
All passengers, please prepare for immediate boarding.
Now we're about to board Star Tour. The original Star Tours involved a failed flight to the moon of Endor. The current Star Tours adventure has a bit more plot. Darth Vader tries to stop us, claiming there's a rebel spy on board. A C-3PO accidentally at the controls gets away, but after a lightspeed jump, a holograph of Yoda tells us to protect the agent on board. So we avoid the Imperials at all cost and deliver him safely. Ta-da! This ride is a motion simulator with 53 possible destinations. It's fast, furious, and in 3D. If you get a chance to go to Hollywood Studios or Disneyland, I highly recommend it. It's really choice.
Well, that'll about do it for Star Wars Weekends, an unlikely event celebrating the best sci-fi fantasy film Hollywood ever produced. Like the Beatles, it's much older than most of its fans, and there's no reason for it to have endured, but it did, and we're all better off for it. I'm the Last Wanderer of Mars. This has been my film, and I hope you've enjoyed it. May the Force be with you. And please remember as you go through your day, Han shot first.
There we go. Da 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 da. da 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 da. That's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, for more wanderings, don't forget to subscribe. Smoking rockets, Commander? You mean they haven't subscribed already?
Okay, here they're letting us make our own X-Wing out of Legos.
Apparently this is going to be an X-Wing.
Uh-huh. Okay. And that one here. Yeah. Okay, and there we have it. It's the Star Wars X-Wing fighter in Legos. Yeah.
And you know, it's amazing just how much it looks like an X-Wing once you get it finished.